What is good, y'all? SGG Game, man. It's your boy SmooveGotGame, aka Coach Sly Cooper, back again with another Indianapolis Colts rebuild video, baby. So if you guys are ready for it, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe, please. Let me know how you guys are feeling about this series. Let me know how you guys are thinking about the team. Do you like it? Do you like where it's going? Moves that you think can be made? I'll take the feedback and we'll incorporate it into the series, man. I mean, you just got to give them little comments. Let me know. And it also helps share it out to more people, showing that engagement and love and support. So I appreciate everybody that already does it to any capacity. And today we're going to get into the offseason, man. If we went last time beating the Dallas Cowboys in their home stadium in the Super Bowl 31-14 for the first ring of the series. And now we're going to try to go ahead and build the dynasty and going through our second offseason here, kind of really still building this team up to be great. As far as going through the retirements here, we shouldn't have too many because our team is relatively young, but you see some of the big names. Cameron Jordan, Aaron Rodgers going out, Lane Johnson, Stephon Gilmore, Russell Wilson is actually retiring in this series. You know, that boy just got the bag from Pittsburgh at the time of recording this voiceover, at least. That boy really got the bag. Joe Flacco's up out of here. But yeah, like I said, not really too much coming on from our teams, just mostly just a lot of free agents that didn't end up getting signed, kind of realizing that their careers are basically over. A head coach retirement here is Pete Carroll retiring for the Seattle Seahawks, so he will be gone. And firings too, as Sean Payton and the whole staff in Denver are leaving. So I guess in this series they decided just to kick them all out instead of trying to blackball Russell Wilson. Robert Saleh is actually out as head coach in the Jets. Obviously, retirement by Pete Carroll. Matt Verbal and his staff are fired too as well. Eagles clearing house. So a lot of teams clearing house that didn't end up working out too well. Thankfully, we're keeping our same coaching staff here, getting the last couple spots there for our after-school tutoring here. So that way it gives us 6 overall players that we get to focus on a week during those weekly scouting or weekly training bonuses. We got basically everything from the staff modifications now done and locked up. I'm going to go ahead and just kind of clear out these trees basically and get the 2 out of 2 versions to really increase that percentage boost that we get for the coaches. Now, of course, how about some offensive positions too as well. Didn't really feel like any of these were too necessary. I like where everybody's kind of at. Maybe that quarterback XP. The defensive tree, maybe a little bit, but I also want to spend some on my coordinators. As you see, they rarely have any talent trees here, so we definitely want to help out our quarterback in this way with Quarterback Guru, getting all 3 there for the throw and the run, helping out his throw under pressure here too as well. Going to go ahead and upgrade this one all 3 levels. Don't really think you need break, sack, play action. His throw power, I mean, it's already high, so it'll only help, but no necessary needs there. Power running, Jonathan Taylor's already a beast when it comes to that. We don't even have a fullback on roster, so that side of the tree would be unuseful, of course. But I think we had a very successful season, offensively and defensively. So definitely want to help out the coordinators, get their boosts up. Hopefully they don't get snatched from us here in free agency. I don't think they can though. Like unless I fire them, which doesn't give me an option to rehire. So definitely not firing these guys. I mean, we won a Super Bowl with this coaching staff. Why would you let somebody go after that? Unless they, of course, wanted to take another job elsewhere. So we'll see if that happens at all. Now looking at the defensive coordinators too as well. Making sure he gets some points here. We go ahead and give about 100 each to each coordinator. We got 100 ourselves too. We had a bunch to go ahead and spend here. So the last 117 will be over here on, I think, in defensive back guru, honestly. Impact block, tackling for safeties. Press coverage for corners though sounds a lot better, so that way we can also help them out. Now, I don't know about boost, jumping or catching, but definitely want to work on the press coverage, get them guys to where we can press them. I'll take a nice little +3 boost to that, and then maybe kind of get down here and look at some of these other man coverage boosts for all DBs, zone coverage boost for all DBs. I like that. Probably get the man coverage one, but to do that I gotta work my way down the tree, so I gotta get the jumping and catching, which is kind of like, I guess, irrelevant, but at least I could just get one of those. It kind of help out. Now we got full blitz too as well, working on the finesse moves for like linebackers or safeties, which I kind of think is weird. I mean, at least in our scheme, our linebackers don't really blitz like that. So we at least get a boost to the stamina to these guys. I mean, we can get acceleration and speed kind of up. Like acceleration for the linebackers, just so that way they can really, when they do have to blitz, they can get to the QB if possible. Now, of course, that'll kind of finish up all the staff points that we have. So we're going to go into the next mode of the offseason here, where now we kind of get into being able to re-sign. This the week before free agency kind of gets everything kicked off and really wraps up the 2025 season as, let's say, Phil Steph, Why is that there? Here, hire staff to fill. No. Ain't no way. My coaches, they got signed away? Them boys left me? They left me to find, after I upgraded them too, they left me to find a whole new staff. So we went and found 2 guys that I feel like exuberated the offense. So we wanted to run an air raid on offense, 4-3 defense. Because I do want my quarterback to be able to pass a little bit. Plus, he was the only one that had kind of similar trees. Because I like the quarterback guru. I like the power running. Now we only have 184 points as compared to like the 300 we had in the offseason, or the 2 something that we would have had if I had just known they were going to leave anyway. We could have just not upgraded them. So lesson learned for next offseason. Do not upgrade until we get to the re-sign period. But we're going to basically get the +3 there to the throw under the run. Help to throw under pressure as best as we can. I also want to try to help our DB coach a little bit too here, not having too much to go off of, but basically spend the big majority of it on the offense, because that's what's going to win these GOG games. I know they say defense wins championships. Well, them wasn't talking about us, because our offense definitely won that championship by getting us all those points that we needed. Now, they did play a good game though. 14 points given up is not a slouch at all. But I can't believe I just had to re-sign my whole coaching staff because them boys just left me. Now, at least with that out of the way, though, we can focus primarily on the draft. We still got free agency to go through, but here's a mock draft number 3. Has the Titans selecting the first quarterback off the board here, Max Wallen. A, throwing the pressure. Ooh, D accuracy, short. Great to elite throw power, but the short accuracy is trash. Where's the medium accuracy? A to C. Deep is A. So definitely a strong arm quarterback for sure. I don't know if you want short accuracy being that trash for a rookie. We have the second quarterback going to the Rams at 4. CJ Moreland. He's actually got top 5 projection, so it's surprising that he's the first one top 5 projection we see here, all the way at 4. The Texans going with an edge rusher there at 9 with Henry Parks. Looks like he is a speed rusher with B finesse move, D power move, C block shed. Another quarterback here for the Jaguars at 16, Floyd Parsons, a top 5 projection here as well. B on his medium accuracy, C on his deep. So it looks like he's a decently accurate quarterback. Bramble at 20, Nathan Abraham at 21. We're looking at the corners here because I might need to go corner. Especially as you saw the last game kind of play out. John Pepper's going 24 to the Chiefs. As you saw the last game kind of play out, where we, no Vince Anthony throughout the postseason, not the last game, but no Vince Anthony through the first 2 games kind of made it difficult to stop the pass. So maybe getting another corner to not rely on Brents and Baker could be helpful. Now, as you can see here, my kind of favorites list here. As we slowly go through it, I got some corners. I got middle linebacker on here. I wanted to really look because they wanted us to get Randy Gregory there, the left end, and he was like 16th on my board. So I don't know how he was our number 1 choice to go for. But it's time to re-sign. All year we were kind of unsure what we would do here with this money. Do have slightly a bit more. I think we were in the 20s during the season, so now we're at 34 mil here as we've gone into the offseason. I guess that was with the cap going up a little bit. So of course we want to try to get some of our key guys back if we can, not have to completely start over here at offensive line. So we want to try to get Will Fries back if possible. It's gonna be our last chance to offer him any type of deal. 2 years. I mean, last time we went 3 years, around 4.8 million. So we'll kind of keep it around the same mark. I keep the years up here just because it helps out spread out the cap space too as well. And I mean, going into age 30 season isn't too bad. And I know development might hurt when the regression hits, but hopefully that'll also give us time to have a solid starter for a little bit while we look to find his replacement. So I'm glad we were able to get the deal done with him and bring him back. Now, Dayo Odabengo, he did great work in the spot plays, not even spot plays that he had this year. So I would love to bring him back, the sack master. He's got a high interest level here. So I'm thinking about kind of going near the unfriendly offer, maybe just a slightly bit of a money boost here. 1 year, 4.9 million. He's going to test. John Michie III. We traded for him. No, we signed him off of somebody's practice squad. So I was like, let's see if we can bring him back. A good four receiver here in case injuries happen. 1 year or try to up the years here, 3 years, 2.5 million to spread it out, but he's not interested in going for it either. He had high interest. So I'm thinking when I see high interest, I'm thinking I can at least go more closer to the team friendly deal. And if not, just kind of battle it out in free agency. So here we do the same thing with Torrey McDougal. Go down to the team friendly, move the money around a little bit, and we are going to get him back because I do like him as a halfback. For when Jonathan Taylor gets older, I think he could take over. He's got great elusiveness. He's not really much of a power guy, but great elusiveness. Backup offensive lineman here, Gerald Pollard. Want to bring him back. He's got solid ratings for a backup, but he's going to test free agency as well. And all these guys are testing free agency. I'm taking notice, and I'm going to definitely try to work the battles in free agency to bring them back. Now, EJ Speed here is something I probably shouldn't play with because he's my starting right outside linebacker, and we're thinking about going corner in the first round, so not trying to go there. But unfortunately, we don't get him either, so that might change up the draft strategy. Toby Tyson here is backup right guard, trying to lowball a little bit, but he's not offering it at all either. So I think we only signed up one player back out of that whole list of people. So we'll be going into free agency with a roster of about 53 people. We're going to have a great chance to bring them back. Now, with the combine results coming back in, I can finally see how fast some guys are. And okay, Jerry Callaway here with a 4.6, 440. I'm not mad at it. Anthony St. Louis at 6'5", ran 4.62. Third fastest tight end. I'll take it. A, catching traffic, catching, and B, run blocking to go along with it. Jaden Muldrow. B, deep route running, A to B catching, 4.56 in the 40. Fastest dude out there. How tall was he again? 6 foot. Okay, 6'4". So it's not like he was crazy tall, but kind of big. Good ratings here. B, deep, medium route running, deep route running, B to C short, B to C spec catch, 22 years old. Strong tight end with 23 reps. Good vert. I think I like the combine results there for him. And then Max McCain too as well. A, catching traffic, A, pass blocking. Also another option for us to go off of here. Now corners, I told you we want to go here. Brandon Bamble, fast. Very good vertical jump, so very good athlete, very agile with the 4.12 20-yard shuttle. A-man, B press, B zone. This will be a great matchup to go along with Vic Anthony. We also have John Peppers here. A-man coverage, A press with B press zone coverage, 4.36 in the 40-yard dash, so right behind him. We can get a little bit better press, a little bit less on the speed. And you got Nathan Abraham here, went 4.42, so pretty slow, but very agile and bouncy. And then we had Lorenzo, which I didn't really kind of look at him too often too. But I think we got our plan down for what corners we might want there at the top of the draft, as long as it's free and he's being nice to us. Now, of course, we have some big names here that would love to come to the squad, it looks like. All of them kind of old. But I wanted to look at this quarterback market and see if we're going to see any movement here. And Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence both hit the market. Justin Fields, of course, has interest in coming to us. Unfortunately, we got Anthony Richardson, so I can't bring you to the squad, my boy. But, I mean, it'd be great. I'm not going to ruin his career and make him a backup. So, of course, we're looking at backup QB here. Tyler Huntley is in the market. He's got interest in coming here. I think he could fit the scheme that we want to do. There's Trey Lance, but he doesn't have that much interest. Davis Mills doesn't do what I need him to. Mike White doesn't do what I need him to. So I think the best thing here would be Tyler Huntley. I would love to go get Jameis, but I don't think he's that mobile much this late in his career. Tyler Huntley still got us a little bit of wheel, so I wouldn't have to worry about not being able to run my read options if I brought him in. So let's see. I don't expect a whole lot of people to be fighting over 68 overall quarterbacks. So let me go ahead and lowball this. Another receiver that I wanted to try to go after here was Rondale Moore. You saw we lost one. I think this could boost up the catching game too. Josh Downs, Michael Pittman Jr., and Rondale Moore. As I wanted to try to get some more speed out there and somebody could really run their routes well and get open. He was a scheme fit. He's got medium interest in us. So I'm thinking, about 2 years, $7 million. Maybe add another year, 3 years, $7 million since he's 25. Not an impressive offer. And the Falcons offered more, and I'm not willing to go up at all. So what I ended up doing here is basically, withdrawing his offer because there was another talent I liked too, a little bit lower. And that was Tutu Atwell. 25 years old, so same age, 4 overall points left at 76, normal dev, but has more interest in coming here. And I think he brings the same speed aspect that I needed to wanted to go ahead and bring in. And I think he brings good hands, good short route running. I think he can be a good receiver 4, good receiver 3 for us. Now, of course, we want to go ahead and try to bring back some of our old players that we kind of messed up on. So Gerald Pollard, first one here. Toby Tyson's next, which were two of the easiest ones I thought, backup offensive linemen. Always don't want them back is because how young they are. I mean, you see Toby there is 22 years old. Definitely want to be bringing back offensive linemen like that have a chance to grow in the starters. Dayo Adebingo, 25 years old. You knew we were going to try to bring him back. A lot of team interest still as well. So now we're going to kind of up the price here, 3 years. $5.8 million deal here. Let's see if we can go to get those done. As we look at all of our targeted offers here, we definitely want to try to make all 5 of these work in one evaluation period, so I can go ahead and get somebody else back here, as 3 of the 5 offer up something. Huntley and Pollard are still there, but we do get all 3 of the other ones: Tutu Atwell, Dayo Odabingo, and Toby Tyson. All are coming back to the squad. We still only have $11.9 million in cap space, but that does sure up some more things for us, backup roles. are way more showed up. Now, of course, we have a couple more to do here. Left outside linebackers, what I wanted to look at. And Sidney McMillian has medium interest, 66 zone coverage, which isn't too bad. And he's only 23 years old, the same exact age as Jalen Jackson. And I think he could only get better. Maybe even potentially take over the right side. We can see both of them on the field at the same time or just be a good backup. Now, as for right now, though, I cannot go into the season with just Shaquille Leonard and a rookie. So I definitely want to go try to get EJ Speed back. He played great for us this whole season. So I don't see any reason why he shouldn't be welcome back. 1 year, $3.9 million with $1.9 million guaranteed. And that goes back to our signings are targeted here. So we have 4 more people on the list. We'll go through another evaluation period to see if we can get all of these guys here. Bring back Tyler Huntley, maybe up his offer here a little bit so that we can make sure that we get a decent backup, especially since he has interest in us. Why not? Try for like a 3-year, $4.5 million deal. Leaves us with about $6.8 million cap space here. But yeah, let's run and see. Still only 2 people, so Pollard still holding out. Speed is still here, where we're only offer. Huntley does sign to the squad, and McMillian does sign to the squad too as well. Just 2 more good signings, and you see all we're doing is signing backups. We don't really have any starter holes that need to be taken care of inside of free agency. They can all go to the draft. As Pollard is still here, which means EJ Speed is back on the squad. So very successful first round of free agency, man. We were able to get basically all but 1 target who's playing hard to get. Another new retirement came in as Harrison Smith is going to retire in the free agency period. I guess he wasn't getting any deals that he thought, so he went ahead and just left while he was ahead. Now looking at mock draft 4, looks like the Titans have gone with a tackle this time, leaving the Jets to go quarterback. Rams still going with the QB. The Browns now taking one at 7 as Jace Wilcox jumps up 34 spots as a top 5 pick. The Texans still we're going with a right tackle this time around at the 9th spot. QB to the Bears at 10 with Justin Fields hitting the market. Makes sense. Floyd Parsons at 13 to the Panthers. I guess they're trying to give up on Bryce Young already. Defensive tackle going to the Jaguars at 16. And then here's where the corners start to go. Trent Collier at 20 to the Packers. Brandon Bramble at 21 to the Ravens. Looks like Nathan Abraham 24 to the Chiefs. We still have the option to get John Peppers though, so that could be good here. As it looks like the Eagles want to go tackle, receiver late, edge rushers, and there he is, John Peppers 30 to the 49ers. So right now we're not going to get them. We do have a chance to get Rashad Gregory though again at 32. I don't know how he's still my guy, but looks like 4 corners going in the first round. Packers, Ravens, and 49ers all looking for cornerback as well. Only problem about winning the Super Bowl is retooling is hard. Without doing some work here in free agency, as we see some of the big names, Javon Holland to the Cardinals, Wyatt Tiller to the Titans. So looks like division rival getting better. Joel Benantino to the Commanders, and then Keenan Allen to the Titans. Good. At least they lost Hassan Reddick to the Bucks. Tyrann Mathieu going back home to the Saints. I don't really see too many other division opponents. I don't see the Jaguars or Texans doing anything. Titans have made 2 big splashes there with top 100 picks. 3 big splashes that they get Justin Fields. So not only do they go get Keenan Allen to throw to it or throw it to, they get Justin Fields to throw the ball at him. And then Trevor Lawrence is going to Atlanta, so at least I won't have to worry about seeing him. Zach Wilson's going to stay at home in New York, but I cannot believe Justin Fields is going to be in the division with us. Of course, I wouldn't be able to get him, and he would just stay in my division still to just torment me. Thankfully, we still got Anthony Richardson, so it'll be definitely a shootout when we go play them boys. Whatever time we do it early in the season, as you see, we go through 3 more evaluations periods, and Gerald Pollard is still playing hard to get as far as signing our deal, and still has no other offer. So I don't know what he's expecting. I'm about to pull my offer just to show him what happens when you play hardball a little too hard. As the Titans getting a new head coach there, Sammy Rios will be their new coach. They got a new coordinator too, as well as Joseph Wells, Stephen Meyer as the new head coach in DC. Daniel Moore is the new coach there with the Broncos. They go to clear up their house. I'm trying to see if there's any actual coaches and not just made up coaches that are doing something. Sammy Wagner, head coach for the Seahawks. It's like the Browns get their coach. Jets get their Jay Gruden as their head coach. Jaguars getting new offensive coordinator. Okay, it goes Robert Saleh, offensive coordinator for the 49ers. So time to taking a step back from head coaching to go ahead and go down to OC. I guess I ain't mad at it. As there we go, first evaluation, he's gone now. Did he finally wise up and take our deal? There he is, Gerald Pollard, man. So everybody I aimed for, that's all 9 guys signed up to the squad. Everybody I aimed for, we went to go get and took care of business. That's exactly what I like to see. Now, of course, we still have our private workout guys that we want to go ahead and get in to make sure that they are onto the squad. So there was a defensive tackle that I wanted to look at here that was late, just in case we wanted to try to pick one up in like round 6 or 7 here. A UDFA actually. As you see, there's not too many run stoppers in this year's draft. Nobody with even a chance of being good. Like the highest is really C, except for Deshaun Allen here, who is A to C. So I want to see if that could be A, because if that is A with 2 C's on the power moves and finesse moves, that could definitely be a 6th and 7th round pick. Now, also, we want to look at right outside linebackers that have a potential of having that A at zone coverage to possibly work on the other side of Jalen Jackson. So definitely want to go ahead and take a look here at Travis Meekins and Jamie Callaway. Which is just going to take us right into the final mock draft of the session here. Right before we go to get into the draft, I want to get one more quick look in here to see if any kind of changes get made. Looks like everything is at least staying the same in the top 5, top 10 almost. Now it's Floyd Parsons going 10 to the Bears. Still going QB, but different QB this time around. Looks like the Panthers are going outside linebacker since their quarterback got taken. Defensive tackle going to the Falcons. Patriots going edge rush. Buccaneers going with Hunter Williams at QB at 19. Looks like my 2 quarterback guys are going 20 and 21. So it looks like the trade-up potential would be Patriots or Buccaneers if we can, because I really want Brandon Bamble. He's my number 1. Number 2, though, I would have to say is John Peppers right now. So don't have to worry about Abram going. Looks like John Peppers is still projected to go 30 to the 49ers. So at least trading up to where like the Bengals are to get a little bit ahead of them just in case they actually do cool corner. Because we really need to go get our guys, at least in this first round, especially with the team that's like retooling and don't have many holes. You want to just go get those for sure guys that you know are going to make an impact and then just kind of deal with the rest later. So here we go into the year 2025 NFL draft. Ready to go ahead and kick off yet another season. So of course, we'll just kind of let things run through these first round or 2, kind of showing off who guys are getting, if it's following the mock and stuff like that. And then obviously we'll speed up through the later rounds of the draft. So if you guys are enjoying, please leave comments down below. Who do you guys think that we should go get with this first pick? Do you think we should trade up? Or do you think we should take one of these corners? Let me know ahead of time. So looks like the first quarterback does go to the Jets there. I just wanted to kind of see what their quarterback situation was like, because I think they did get Zach Wilson back. And they got Jameis Wilson behind him too as well. Then a third option here who they drafted last year, Miles Dotson. I didn't even give my man a chance, but he is an older rookie. So I gotta respect it. CJ Moreland going to the Rams. So far, everything's sticking exactly to the script. I want to see who their QB is too as well. Is it still Matthew Stafford? Let's see. Yep, Matthew Stafford's still there. Stetson Bennett is still there. You know, very, very old rookie. So they definitely want to go there. They're going with a younger face. I gotta respect it. So that'll leave us to go through the rest of this first quarter. Gonna keep eyes too on anybody that was on our board there near the top. See if anybody is taking Jace Wilcox to the Browns. I gotta go check. Deshaun Watson should still be there, I would think, right? Yeah. I want to know why. And then they just got a Josh Andrews last year who has future starters. So I don't know why they're going with another They must be having a quarterback crisis, boy. They got to go bring in a 4th quarterback just to still not be better than Deshaun Watson. But kind of continue our way here through this first half of the draft. Texans picking up a right tackle there, Brent Hendon. It's not going to protect y'all quarterback from getting sacked. You know we back there. Floyd Parsons going to the Bears like we thought. And the Jaguars pick is coming up. I wonder if they're going to go offensive line too as well. Actually, the first 2 teams in the division both went O-line. That should tell you what they feared most about the rest of the division. My edge rushing abilities, where we be having Kwity Paye come off that edge, Samson Ebukam come off that edge. So it's only right that they go get some tackles to help shore that defense up. Carson Kenny here with the Falcons going. He was on my board. Somebody I looked at possible defensive tackle, one of the very few that actually had run stopping ability. So I think the Falcons got themselves a good one there with that. And then you have the Cardinals going with the left tackle that I was looking at too, Clayton Bryant, in case I wanted to go offensive line at any point. The Jaguars are up next on the clock. Of course, we want to try to pause too, because we want to try to trade here if possible. You know, start looking at potential trades as we're getting closer to the Packers and Ravens pick, as the Jags go with Quincy Winter, also on my board as well. A good defensive tackle, a rare one that actually had run stopping ability, and against a team like ours, that's probably needed. Now, let's try to get a deal done here if we can with Pittsburgh. I just want to see what it would look like to move up to their slot. They're up at 17, so we would be going up a hefty amount, like 15 picks. But it's worth looking at because we need to go get our corner. And look at this. First, second, third, and both my thirds this year, and a future second and a future second. Or Jonathan Taylor. Yeah, none of that stuff was getting done, and my counter offer obviously wasn't getting done for just the first, third, and seventh. So trading with Pittsburgh was out of the question. And I kind of had to hope that they didn't. I wanted to start thinking that they would go off the mark here. So I wanted to make sure that we got our guys. So I was trying to keep eyes on teams that needed corner too as well. Like had it listed as a need for them. And neither the Steelers or the Patriots go ahead and take our guy. We're going to actually go ahead and go try to go past the Bucks too as well. Because the Packers were getting one that I didn't really want. But I was thinking that we could possibly trade with them. Because obviously I don't think that anybody would take the guy that they were trying to get here. That and the fact that the top half of the cornerback class, which actually was a deep position this year, should be one that they be able to get somebody good still. Even though corner is not even on their top 5 team needs. So I don't even know why they would go corner here. Or why they were mocked to go corner here. But what I do know is I'm going to try to make this trade with them. So they go up 12 spots now. We'll have to see if, obviously, a straight up just first round is not going to do it. But how close is it? Okay, it's about halfway. So maybe first, third, sixth, and seventh. They were not wanting to go for first. This is a first, third, sixth, and future seventh too as well. Like 2 years in the future seventh, not even like next year. Because obviously I need picks. We also want to try to trade here with Baltimore possibility. Let me get their pick at 21. See what we can do with just maybe a first and a third. See how close that is. It's decently close. Now here I was trying to experiment with players too. Julius Brents, because they do need a corner anyway. So I was like, here, let me help your need out. And we tried, but it just did not work here as they were not trying to get it. I was trying to even give up. I had to go search for 2 players that would equal the cap space that they were about to miss out on, but they weren't going for it. So Packers ended up going with Trent Kyle. We already knew we couldn't trade with Baltimore, so we just kind of had to sit back and really kind of watch this unfold here as Baltimore had to go and pick up, you guessed it, Brandon Bramble. So I'm not even mad that we lost out on him because we at least made an attempt to trade up, but now that means John Peppers has to be the pick here. And looking at it, Nathan Abram is still technically over him on the overall draft board at number 4. There's still a couple of quarterbacks, a strong safety, free safety, and then Peppers at 6. So there's a strong chance he could go here soon. We just kind of hope that nobody else needs a quarterback like that for real. We obviously know the 49ers would pick one up possibly, but maybe they would get Nathan if the Chiefs don't really go corner. Left outside linebacker to the Vikings. Center Charlie Schroeder on my board to the Dolphins. Chiefs will go Nathan Abraham at corner. So that means John Peppers is the only one left. And we have some trades that we need to at least attempt them. You know, maybe Philly, Washington, Los Angeles, Buffalo, Cincinnati, whoever's willing to listen. And honestly, all those teams basically turned us down. We attempted to make trades with them. They all ended up turning us down until we got to the Bengals. We're only moving up like 3 spots here. So we definitely wanted to see if we could try to maybe trade. Instead, they said no. So we definitely wanted to go ahead and try to get the 49ers in. I normally wouldn't try to do something like this, but I know that y'all want this pick. I know exactly what y'all gonna do with this pick. And I know there's other good people, but I need to go get mine. So at the 30th pick, for the 32nd pick, we're only moving up 2 spots, but we are going to go get something that they need. So I'm giving them a 3rd round pick too as well, the earlier one, which is actually their pick, right back to them. Give them their 3rd round pick back. They just need a little bit more. So we go with the 6th and 7th. And it ends up working out, man. A 6th this year, 7th next year. They went ahead and went with the deal and want to go ahead and offer it up to us. So we're going to go ahead and go get our guy then finally here. And let's see. Is he going to have hidden dev? Obviously, you see the Bengals, they went halfback, Eric Lucas. But is it going to be hidden dev? I hope so. I mean, A press, B zone. I really hope that we're able to go ahead and just get the skills that we need here. So of course we are going to go ahead and get Peppers. Normal development, unfortunately. 94 speed, 90 acceleration, 92 change of direction. Not too bad. Obviously not too much speed. 22 years old at 195, so we'll take it. But the 94 speed actually does have me excited, because that's one thing. I think that reason why you see Rashad Gregory, they're going to the division rivals, the Texans. I think that's why Vince Anthony gets beat so many times. I think it's because his speed is so low that he's not able to kind of keep up after the good press that he puts up, because he does have really good press abilities. It just sometimes he does not catch back up with his speed. So hopefully the speed of Peppers there, maybe even let him play in the slot instead to be able to take over some of that stuff. Now here we have the option of going like Cam Griffin, really fast middle linebacker. I think he would fit in well with what we do here as a team. Really good zone coverage for middle linebacker, of course, with the A zone coverage. He's around 3 to 4 talent though, so I feel like we could possibly wait back. Obviously other guys on our boards are like day 3 targets and stuff, so I don't feel pressed to kind of go after them. And we already got corner, so I'm looking at potential trade partners here, as you got Buffalo, Seattle, Baltimore giving up a couple of futures. Future second would, I guess, kind of be nice. This is 1 and 3rd for this year. So I'm looking for mostly picks for next year. I don't want to get another 3rd this year, or especially not a 4th. Ooh, the Eagles offering up a 2nd next year, 7th next year, but so is Baltimore. 2nd next year, 5th next year, 2nd next year by Seattle. I think I'm gonna go with Buffalo here. 2nd, 4th, and 6th all next year. I'll take 3 extra picks from Buffalo and hopefully they are trash. Sounds very good to me. So we're just gonna go to keep it pushing with this draft, and with that second round pick that they just got extra, they go get the corner Lorenzo Tolbert, and then right after him, Cam Griffin goes at middle linebacker. So this is an example perfectly why you can't wait on your guys. Now, see another one of my guys going to another division rival, Anthony St. Louis to the Jags, Greg Malone to the Bucks. I didn't think I would have to trade up to go get a tight end, so now that leaves me basically with one. Well, I was about to say 1 or 2 options left, but now really 1, as Jaden Muldrow goes to the Packers right next to him. I really didn't think I'd have to trade back up into the 3rd round closer for it, but thankfully my dude Max McCain here is a day 3 option, A catching traffic, A pass blocking. He was the fastest tight end anyway, 4.6. We also lose out on Kadeem Alexander to the Eagles, also was on my board. But here right before our next pick in the 3rd round, of course, we're not going to try to wait any longer and just hope that because day 3 is a wide range. We don't know what day 3 could mean. So I definitely want to go ahead and try to pick up my boy Max McClain here. 6'6", 248 pounds too. Big body tight end. Normal development though, but he'll have 84 speed, 88 acceleration, which is going to be good. And we'll look at the rest of his catching attributes after the draft. There goes Channing Carroll, who you guys saw was on my board. There's a day 3 option going to the Texans. Pat Perkins going to the Cowboys, who was on my board late. I think he's one of the guys that we kind of like looked at like last minute that we kind of liked too as well. But here in the 4th round, just looking for a trade option here. Not too many people left on my board, not too many positions of need. And I don't like to waste my picks. I don't want to draft unnecessary people that are just going to be depth or backup or practice squad guys for 3-4 years. If I draft you, I have some envisionments of using you, or at least getting meaningful depth, not just somebody that's going to end up on the practice squad that I'm not even going to look at in preseason. I got UDFAs I can sign after the draft for that reason. I'm not going to pay somebody, because you got to pay these draft picks. So I'm not going to pay somebody to do that. I'd rather have more cap space the next season for free agents. So we will trade that one off and away, giving us a little bit extra room here to make picks. And the same thing kind of here with our first of 2 picks in the 5th round. Trying to see what the best deal we can get here. Is anybody offering up a 5th that's in the future? Oh, a 4th. Okay, Minnesota, the pick is yours. A future 4th for this year's early 5th round pick. I will take it. And then we come up here in the 5th round with our 2nd pick. Still do need an outside linebacker. We only have a couple guys here left. A zone coverage really had me hooked here at 22 years old for Travis Meekins. 4'6", 340. So he actually moves pretty quick. Only normal dev, but we'll get 83 speed, 90 acceleration, and A zone coverage. I'll have to see what that A turns into. Probably around like the 60, 70 range. And then we just skip ahead to our 7th round pick because we already traded away our 6th. And look to see what I can get for this 7th. Looks like it's just going to be a bunch of 6th round picks. It's just my pick of who I think is going to be the worst. I'm going to go with the team that just lost their starting quarterback and give it to Chicago. So that'll end up the draft this year round, 2025 draft in the books. And We're gonna have a three people class here, y'all. 77 overall. John Peppers though right on top. McCain 68 and then 62 for me. So it kind of went downhill quickly. But I would love the 77 on top. That's gotta be one of the top in the class. It has to be. Only 67 awareness, 94 speed. Those gonna be amazing. 77 on his man coverage, 76 slot, 75 zone. So pretty even and balanced here as a rookie. I'll take that. Definitely aspirations of probably be on the field for sure, but whether it'll be in the slot or outside will depend. 81 man coverage, 78 zone, 78 press, 75 play rec, 61 on his tackling, so that's got to get better. 69 on his catching, 86 on his jumping, not too bad. And if we look at the depth chart of where he would rank at corners, I mean, even with his overall as it is, him and Brents have the same overall. Actually, he's better. They had the same overall, but with the morality boost, Peppers is actually 1 overall point better. So he definitely will be playing 3. Brents will be 4. And if you look at the coverage skills, I mean, 81 is 3rd behind the 2 starters in front of him. 78 zone is right in line with what Vince Anthony gives. 78 press is behind Julius Brents. But I mean, Brents can't even play man coverage that well and doesn't have the speed at 88 to really play either outside or inside. Now, he had a couple of key plays for us in the postseason when I needed him the most, but he also gave up a lot of touchdowns when it could have helped us spare up and have a little bit better of a defense. So I think we'll definitely run here with Vince, Kenny Moore Jr., and John Peppers. Also helps us get younger too, because Kenny Moore, I think, is either 30 or 31. So Brents is only like 25. So if I have to run that 3, I'm not even mad at it. Vince, Peppers, and Brents, and let Kenny Moore go. Now, right after him, we have Max McClain here, 68 overall possession receiver or tight end, 67 vertical threat, 58 as a blocking tight end. So probably not good blocking abilities here. You have 58 impact block, 64 pass. Where's the run block? 60 run block, but his route running there at 70 on the short end. Can't really run deep or medium yet, so we'll work on the vertical aspect. But 76 catching, 84 speed. I think he'll definitely be a good benefit to us. And if we look at the depth chart, I think he's already at least tight end 3. Yeah, he won't be tight end 2 as Woods is just slightly better, but he is better than the other 2 that we have on the roster. And I might even put him above Woods just to get more playing time here. As Woods, man, Woods is 6'7". I didn't even know that. Big body is what? Now he doesn't have the route running abilities that McCain does have. I mean, it's a little bit more even with 60s all around the board, but it is not going to be that 70 that we're at least getting from the short. Now, of course, Travis Meekins here. I mean, 62 overall is not much you can really expect out of him. I mean, thankful for the 64 zone coverage, but my man's is not doing too much of anything on the field. Probably going to be a backup. We'll see if he develops into something nice, but we'll probably have to revisit this right outside linebacker position again in the future. Now, of course, looking at the other interdivision opponents, we do have the Jaguars. Went Quincy Winters up first. Hidden development defensive tackle up the middle. Would have been great to possibly pick him up. He was on the board. But of course, I think we were going corner regardless, unless we just couldn't make a trade work and they took all 3 of our guys. They also took out Anthony St. Louis, who was also on our board. He ended up being just normal development too as well, 73 possession. So at least I didn't miss out on any hidden devs. A little bit better in his medium route running to help the route tree out though, 83 catching. But a pretty overall good draft. 5 guys at 70 plus, a couple guys in the low 60s. So I think the Jaguars got a little bit better through their draft. Now, of course, we also have the Texans, who took a couple of our guys too as well. Gregory, Callaway, Carroll. So 3 of our guys they took. But they ended up with 4 guys over 70 overall, so not too bad. 75, Gregory being the best. As he was hitting development, maybe we should have listened and grabbed him off the board. But we already have really good edge rushers as it is. I think we have three of the 4 guys we got over there are actually really good, so I'm not mad at it at all. Jamie Callaway would have been nice, 72 overall at right side linebacker. Carroll, 73 on the offensive line. I could have let Will Fries go or traded him if I was able to pick him up. Now, normal dev will kind of hurt. He won't be able to get that much better that fast, but I mean, still almost the same overall as the starter we got and way younger. So definitely would take that if you're the Titans. As they continuously get better, pick up 4 70 overalls with a 77 overall corner at Tyler Johnson that they were able to pick up in the 2nd round. 75 overall corner later too as well. So they basically got their both DBs. And then you had Caleb Farley that's already there. Took Cam Griffin from me, of course, who I wanted. Ended up being a 70 overall hidden development. Now that's an L. That's an L. I'll take that L. 70 zone coverage. I definitely probably would have put him over Mandy Bell. But 70 zone coverage would have been nice. And hidden development would have been great too. I can't wait to see what he is after playing these Titans a couple times to see what he turns into being. The overall NFL though, As we check this out before we get up out of here, kind of looking at some of the best players in the draft. Max Wallen at QB ended up being a 77 overall. Hidden development, strong arm quarterback for the Jets, 23 overall. But I think he'll probably get the instant start over Zach Wilson for sure. So they got their new franchise quarterback, 97 throw power, 87 deep, only 72 on the short though. So won't really be throwing it underneath too much. So kind of be airing that bit out. Now, of course, you got Moreland right after him, who was 73 overall for the Rams. So maybe not a good choice there. But he does end up with hidden development, improviser, 22 years old, so plenty of time to grow. No throw power, but way better short accuracy. Has pretty good deep. It's not good at the medium range, only 84 speed, 90 acceleration. I don't think the Rams really do read options like that, so we'll see how much out of the pocket he gets. Jace Wilcox for the Browns, third quarterback off the board, ended up being a 71 overall. Fourth, Floyd Parsons, 63 overall. They definitely didn't find their franchise QBs. So I wanted to look at some of the other ones that got took here. Is Brian Graves, 72 overall in the second round, is not too bad. Seahawks might have got them one. One of them won. Skylar Williams in the second round too as well, 73 overall. Hidden dev scrambler. They might have got somebody for real. 92 throw power, 77 on his medium accuracy, so that's pretty good. We ended up drafting the worst player in the draft, tied with the Steelers with Beck's quarterback choice there in the 6th round. But we also drafted one of the best, as you see Tolbert and Bramble, who we actually had a chance to get. Tolbert, I guess you could say, 78 overall, but wasn't even looking at him. I was just really mad we didn't get Bramble. Hidden dev, 78 man coverage, 80 on his man 77 zone. His press was a little bit lower, but has 95 speed. And it's really the hidden development that would do it for me. So really wish we could have made that trade happen. I was willing to give up almost anything to go get him, but I didn't have any, spare first rounders to, just offer up, or I was not willing to give up any second rounders when I already didn't have any first. So was not able to make that one work, even try to give up a player to make it happen. But, shout out to them for getting a good guy there. Peppers ends up being, tied there with the second best record overalls though at 77, but a lot of corners here at the top. You see Cohen 77, Johnson 77, Good 76, Crosby 76, Abram was 76. I mean, almost the whole entire top 10 of the draft were all corners. This year was a corner heavy draft for sure. A lot of guys with top talent. He has hidden development too. So we could have went with Nathan there, but obviously we had to trade up even farther to get him. Jaden Meldrow, who I really, really wanted at tight end. He ends up with hidden development, 72 overall, 77 catching, much more even on his route running. All of them basically at the 60 level. And a hidden development that would have really helped. So hindsight is 2020 though. We have a new season in front of us. We have training camp and preseason coming into this 2025 season. Of course, a much different roster here, at least offensively. Kind of everything staying the same, really. I mean, only difference here, really is just having McCain. That's honestly like the only difference that I can see here, is adding him into the mix here. You still got Pittman Jr., Pierce, Josh Downs, Jonathan Taylor, Anthony Richardson, Kyle Pitts. Offensive line is still looking great. Defensively is where we got a little bit better here. Obviously, kind of some of the same familiar faces around starters, but basically just getting Peppers there as the other corner spot, being QB cornerback 3. The nickel corner will definitely help out the pass defense. I think allows us to play even more man coverage than we're already playing and play it more successfully. And having 2 superstar corners on the top is really going to help out. Hopefully Peppers is able to get a development trade boost too as well and get that star dev at least. That would be really nice. But let me know what you guys thought about the offseason. Did you guys enjoy the moves? Did you guys think it was smart? What moves do you think you would have made instead of the ones I did? And let me know the direction of the team that you guys like to see. Now, obviously, it looks like we got a little bit worse here as far as defense goes. 81 defense now, 88 offense, 84 overall. I think we got better, but only time will tell. Let me know what you guys think of the offseason. Hit the like, comment, subscribe when you like the video. And we'll be back with week 1 as well as the cuts from the preseason. You guys said you didn't want to see preseason, so we'll do that on our own. And I'll be back at you guys live to see some of the final stats and cuts from preseason, as well as getting to that week 1 of the season. So I hope you guys did enjoy. Leave a like, comment, subscribe on your way out. It's me, your boy, Coach Smooth, aka Coach Cooper, aka the King of Games. And I'll catch you guys in the next one, man. I'm gone for the day. Later.